In our simulation, we can analyze how drugs interact with peptides at an all-atom detail, which is why I have gotten into this field, because I come from a background of biology and chemistry, and the biochemistry of the ligand-peptide interactions is what I'm really interested in. The research that I'm doing is important because it can fill in the gaps where experimental studies fail to resolve information. So in our computational studies, we can, for instance, analyze the interaction of drugs with peptides at an all-atom detail, which is really the benefits of the simulation studies that we're doing. And so these computational studies have allowed me to glean into the way that drugs interact with molecules to a better understanding.
But when you say that there is a large acceptance rate, it goes along. In the computational biology, and Chris is part of the computational biology part of our program, it deals mostly with the application of physics, chemistry, and to some extent computer science, with the purpose to simulate the behavior of molecules of biological interest. And that means that it is important to have a sophisticated computational infrastructure. We benefited from the computational support from the College of Science. The school has a 600 CPU cluster which is installed and available for researchers within the school. And that's a tremendously important computational resource for our work. So in our case, it's the investigation of the molecular mechanisms of Alzheimer's disease.
What we're studying can drastically help improve the early diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. The reason why Alzheimer's disease is a great topic of study is because of the potential impact it can have on the population. Alzheimer's disease is the leading cause of dementia and is one of the leading cause of deaths of elderly people. So there's kind of this paradigm in Alzheimer's disease where the accumulation of these amyloid structures eventually leads to permanent cognitive defects. And so if we can somehow find out how these markers are binding to the amyloid structures, we can hopefully provide earlier identification of Alzheimer's disease. So the impact of that is pretty prominent medically. And I think it can really help people once we really start to get these studies out, and really once the drug designers start to work with the research that we've done in order to make some better drugs in order to provide an identification of Alzheimer's disease. My goal once I leave university is to go into academia, so to continue the university life. So after I graduate here, my plan is to get a postdoc somewhere and eventually, hopefully, get a professorship somewhere. So I'm choosing this because I like the independence of pursuing my own research, and it's something that I enjoy doing, and so it's something that I want to continue to do.